Many thanks to Job, Jaren, DayZ Podcast, Taggy's Tag West, Black Knight and Lion Lost for making this video possible. Along with DayZ patch 1.15 came some extra code in the game files that hints very strongly at what the Christmas event will be this year, along with the first signs of life of the revival of the highly anticipated bow, which might mean we're getting bows for Christmas, maybe. Now before I start, obviously there's going to be spoilers in this video, and most of what I say is guesswork based on what I found in the game files. With that said, the Christmas event this year will very likely be adding Santa sleigh crash sites that work much like the normal heli crash sites do, but there are some differences. First of all, instead of hearing the normal heli crash sound, you will hear this. This sound can be heard up to around 2 kilometers away, and when crashed you will find it easily by following this spire of light that goes high into the sky and is visible at very long distances. This sleigh will then spawn Santa Clauses instead of military infected, and while these infected are weaker than the military types and have no special abilities, they do make a unique sound when alerted to your presence. At these Santa crash sites you will find loot you will normally find at the regular heli crash sites, but you can also find these packages. These contain a variety of items such as Santa's beard, which is the best mask in DayZ to keep you warm, Santa's hat, which is also very good at keeping you warm, especially during the winter months of Chernarus, optics, pistols, ammo, etc. However, because the maximum size of these boxes is 5x5, you won't find anything like an AUG or an M4 inside. On top of this, like last year, Christmas trees will spawn in major cities too, and these boxes will also spawn there too with the same stuff inside. And if you're feeling charitable this year, you can wrap gifts for other survivors and place items no bigger than 5x5 slots inside, but unfortunately you cannot wrap unpinned grenades inside that will explode when somebody tries to open them. Sad face. I did try this a few times just to make sure, of which I found hilarious it would seem. Bear in mind that the devs could tweak any of this stuff at any time, but myself and others do believe that Santa crash sites will be coming this year, lasting around 3 weeks starting from the week before Christmas 2021. However, I believe that we could be getting more for Christmas this year in the form of the long-awaited bow. I say this because in the stable release of 1.15, food in the game files was changed for the chicken, which as of 1.14 can now be picked up. The change comes in the form of feathers being added to the loot table when you skin a chicken, which would normally give you 2 chicken breasts and a few bones. For now, however, the feathers count is set to 0, so you won't get any feathers when you skin chickens. Now, if you're not sure how feathers relate to bows, their only use in the previous engine was to craft arrows. 1 wooden stick plus feathers crafts you improvised arrows, and these were the only use for feathers as of that engine, which were obtained by skinning chickens or searching these chicken hutches that are still in the game, by the way. With how Christmas is still a month away, that would give the devs enough time to finish any final stages necessary to put the bow in the game in time for Christmas. But again, that's just a theory. The devs are very aware of how much people want the bow back in the game. Every patch has players asking for the bow to be re-added, and while it was a terrible weapon compared to guns, it suits the survival elements of DayZ absolutely perfectly and makes you feel like a Walmart Rambo. It would be an amazing way to end a great year for DayZ, and for me personally, I loved to use the bow to play DayZ on hard mode. I made a video 7 years ago about how the bow worked in DayZ back then on the older engine, and I'll be willing to bet that a lot of what I said in that guide will probably be true with the re-release of the bow in the newer engine. Now, if you want to learn more about these Santa crash sites, Skillspeeder Gaming goes into more detail here, and I have to give credit to Foxy Pote, which I believe was the first person to discover these Santa crash sites, of which the sledge was looking very RuneScape when first discovered. All links below. Thank you very much for watching, and have a good day.